Alright guys, it's me, the Tycoon. I'm coming back to you with another review. And this is of What If Season 2 overview. So let's get into this. It's on Disney Plus. It's based upon the Marvel comic series of What If, which talks about alternate realities based on certain nexuses within time where certain things happen, and it could have gone this way or that way. So if you watch Season 1, you know what it's all about. It's an anthology series with an overarching arc at the end of the season that ties everything all together. Now, this was okay as a season. It was released before Christmas and leading up to Christmas and just after Christmas. So it was absolutely fine, in the way how they'd done it. And it was actually pretty good as a series. It started off very well, looking at things like the Purple Hulk and things like that, where it was good fun, and they actually got the majority of the MCU live action cast members to reprise their voices. Some of them were character actors who've done it, and others were the actual actors, and it was really good to see that all take place. So that's the good sides. The nitpicky sides were that the series would then devolve into something which, and I hate to say this, the MCU showed its head again. Where the writers decide, you know what, men are bad and women are great, and we're gonna go girl power, like this is Spice Girls in the 1990s, that kind of stuff. And I hate it when they do that. I really do, because there's no need to. There's no need to. Build the characters as characters, They all have their powers and they all have their abilities. And this is what made the Marvel world so unique. Especially in the comics, is that, back in the days when Stan Lee was around, it was reflecting the world as, which we say, outside our window that was in the comic books. But it didn't go into super messaging. It just highlighted that, look, certain things are taking place and we need to do better. And these are the ways how we can go about it. And superheroes was an escapism to try and bring methods how to make it happen. This didn't do that. There were some very good episodes, like I mentioned, the Purple Hulk, 1642, I think it is, which comes from the comic universe where they go back into medieval times. It was good fun. And again, having the Avenger out of time, Jeffrey Wright reprises a role as Uatu, the Watcher, and goes from extremes of benevolence and poignancy and all the rest of that sort of stuff to what the hell is this kind of stuff. It's funny how the tones shift so quickly in an episode. And again, the finale was, it could have been better, would be the best way of putting it, but it is what it is. They've done what they had to do, because they made the evil Doctor Strange come back again, and they didn't need to do that. They could have started something else. But hey, it is what it is. They went to the well one too many times. And there is a danger when that happens. When you go to that well one too many times, the goodwill of the fans goes. It goes away. Because the fans want... Right, so this is where, up to Avengers Endgame, this is where the goodwill lasted for the MCU. Which was that you're bringing to life comic book characters that look like their comic book counterparts. You got the CGI and the special effects, the practical effects to make it come to life, and you go into stories that we did see in the comics. Maybe not in depth, because you're aiming it for a younger audience to mid-teen audience and trying to go right across the spectrum, but you are aiming it all the same. Like Devil in a Bottle, the Iron Man story where it deals with his alcoholism. They didn't do that in Iron Man 2 that well, but they skimmed over the edges of it. And then you go into the next phase and the phase after, and it's just, you're doing your own private, this is our message, this is our message, this is our message, and if you don't like our message, we don't like you. Well, okay, cool, but you're now gone away from what we wanted, which was our comics brought to life, our characters brought to life, the stories brought to life. And this is where What If also starts to fall short. You know, the goodwill is going. You know, you can't keep going to the well and trying to draw the same water over and over again. Eventually, that goodwill, and it's been shown already. You know, if you've watched Echo, which I haven't done my review on yet because, yeah, I'll do a review of what I've watched so far, but the rest of it couldn't be bothered. And this is the whole point. You know, if you've got great characters, don't bait and switch us. We're tired of it. We're tired of it. Stop baiting and switching us. Stop going after men are the bad guys. You have your villains. Well, why can't you have a woman as a villain? You know, Lady Hydra, as an example. You could have villains there as well. And you could have powerful villains too. You had that with Hela, and then you've done this because there was a good story with Hela about her changing her attitude from the god of death to whatever she became. So into a benevolent force. But I don't know. They could have done better. That's what I'm saying. You know, I just felt pandering. You know, to a very, very tiny minority that is not going to be enough to sustain the MCU. You know, in its current form. What you need to do is go back to the original source material, forget the messaging, forget the reboots, just original source material. Take it nice and easy and bring that to life. Anyway, guys, you know, let me know what you think in the comments. I know it's a bit controversial, but you know, with my followers out there, I think they actually agree with me half of the time. But if you don't agree with me, that's absolutely fine. Feel free. Put your details in. As always, guys, whatever platform you're watching this on, give me a like, give me a follow, subscribe. And if you guys don't know how to do that, then you all need to go back to school. So says the TYCOON.